Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Unit 3.1 Notes. Before we get started with our new unit, let's do a quick review. Now, we just finished Unit 2. In Unit 2, we were given an equation. When we had that equation, we took it and we made a graph. Okay? And we talked about the two different types of lines, that y equals the mx plus b. Okay? An example of that would be y equals 1/2 x plus 4. Just an example. Okay, that's the y equals mx plus b. And then we also talked about is when you have your x and your y on the same side. Okay, and we said with problems like that, that's when you solve using your intercepts. Okay, so we had one equation that was already ready to graph, and the second one where we had to do just a little bit of work. Okay. Now, how that all comes together is Unit 3 is we're still working with the same sort of stuff except in a different order. Where in Unit 2 we were given an equation and then we had to graph. Now they're going to give us a graph and we're going to have to go into an equation. Okay? And those two types of equations would be y equals mx plus b, or maybe it's a special case where y equals a number or x equals a number. Okay, and another thing that they're going to give us is they're just going to give us a description. Okay, they're going to give us a description of some information, and then we're going to have to take that and go into an equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the notes. Today we're going to be talking about slope-intercept form and writing equations in slope-intercept form. All stuff that we've done before. Okay, we know that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m equals your slope, and the b, that is your y-intercept. Okay, and we always write the y-intercept as a point 0, comma b. Okay, so what it's telling us to start with, it says fill in the table with the appropriate information. Okay, if I have a slope and a y-intercept, I know it's going to be y equals something x, and we need to fill in the blanks. Okay, that's where our slope goes, and that's where the y-intercept goes. Okay, so my slope is 4, so it's 4x, and then my y-intercept is -3. So we get y equals 4x minus 3. Okay, so this is where we go from a description into the graph. Okay, my y-intercept, and then that's where my slope goes. My slope is 3, so y equals 3x, and our slope is a positive 5. Okay, so y equals, I've got two things of information, so I need my slope and I need my y-intercept. What's the slope? Good, the slope is -7, and our y-intercept is +9. Okay, so all we're doing is just filling in the blanks. Okay, for this one, my slope, the slope is 2/3 x, and then our y-intercept is 5/2. Okay, and then sometimes we're going to have to go backwards, but going backwards, we've done this before. Y equals -8x minus 12, my slope, -8. That's where that -8 comes from. Y-intercept is -12, so I have to make sure that my point is at 0, -12. Okay? Our slope is always connected to the x, and our y-intercept is in the back. Okay? So now we've got two special cases. All right, so let's draw these real quick. What type of line is this? Okay, this is a horizontal line. What's our slope? Okay, well, our slope is 0 because it's laying flat. It's lazy. Okay, and our y-intercept for this one is 0, comma 2. Over here, we have a, what type of line is this? Okay, this is a vertical line. Now our slope, the slope of our vertical line, is undefined. Remember that it's going high so fast that no number can describe it. Okay, and our y-intercept, does it ever cross the y-axis? Remember, this is the y and this is the x. It doesn't, so there's none. Okay, so these are some special cases where our information is going to look just a little different. Okay, so if there's no y-intercept here, our slope is undefined. Okay, and then for our next one, y equals, okay, I know that's a horizontal line. Whatever this number is, that's going to be my y-intercept. Okay, and that's just following the pattern. All right. Part 2, use each graph to write a slope and slope-intercept form equation. So when you're doing this, the first thing we need to find is our slope. So, and that's by just counting. We went up 2, and then we went right 2. 2 over 2, however, that reduces to 1. Okay? And our y-intercept right there is that point. That's our y-intercept. And that's the point 0, 2. So when we're done, we take all of that information and we get y equals 1x plus 2. And the other way you'll see that is just y equals x plus 2. Okay, those are saying the exact same thing. Okay. Our next one, is this graph rising or falling? Good, this graph is falling. And we could have said that our other one is rising. Okay, and this one we go down 3 over 2. So my slope is negative 3 over 2. And can we reduce that? No. And then remember, this is our y-intercept, and that y-intercept is at 0, 3. So when we write our equation, we get y equals, we have negative 3 over 2x plus 3. Okay? Okay, the next one. We just talked about special cases. It's a horizontal line. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0. We do have a y-intercept. It's right there. That's at 0, 3. And this is a special case. Horizontal lines are y equals graphs or equations, and this is y equals 3. Okay? So just to kind of sum it up, let's go over one more review point. All right. So we'll put it in a little box. when you have a line, okay, if it is diagonal, our equation is going to be y equals mx plus b, okay? Every single time. Okay, if we have a vertical line, okay, vertical lines have undefined slope, it's going to be x equals a number, okay? And then our last one, if we have a horizontal line, which has a 0 slope, it's going to be a y equals, okay? If you don't know this stuff, guys, write it down, okay? It's very important that you know this, okay? All right, this table is going to be exactly like the one from the first page. I want you guys to pause the video and see if you can do the whole thing by yourself, okay? Good luck. Okay, so for the first one, we got -2 is our slope and +7 is our y-intercept. So we got y equals -2x plus 7. For the next one, y equals 5x minus 14. Number 3, 4, all we had to do is take the information and then put it where it goes in slope and y-intercept. 5 is the special case. Whenever it's y equals, remember that's a horizontal line, so our slope is 0. And for 6, whenever we have an undefined slope, we know that there's no y-intercept, and it's x equals -1. Okay. All right, now 7, 8, let's do these 2 at a time. Okay, so 7 and 8, let's do those together first, just so we kind of remember what we're doing. So for number 7, there's our start, there's our end. Count how many up and how many to the right. Okay, so when we're all done, we get y equals, it's diagonal, so we're going to have 2 things of information. Our slope is, sorry guys, my pen's kind of going all crazy right now. We go up 3 over 4, so it's 3 over 4. Let's actually make that look like a 4. If it'll let me erase it. Ah, see, my pen's going crazy today. Okay, so 3, oh, switch back to the pen. Come on, you can do it. All right, so 3 over 4x, and then what's the y-intercept, okay? Well, the y-intercept in this case is 0, okay? And if it's 0, we don't write +0. You never see that, okay? So whenever your y-intercept is 0, you just leave it as it is. So y equals 3 over 4x. Okay, for number 8, we have a vertical line, okay? Vertical line, we need to remember that our slope is undefined. I'm sorry, and I wrote B. So our slope is undefined, and our y-intercept, well, there's none, okay? So this is an x equals graph, and it's x equals -4. Okay, now the rest of these, I want you guys to do them on your own. So pause the video and good luck. Okay guys, and there's 9 through 12. Now, if you have any questions on that, you need to come in for extra help, okay? This stuff isn't getting any easier and it's just gonna keep on building on top of it, okay? So if you don't know today, you're going to have trouble with tomorrow and the next day, okay? So if you need help, come in and find us, okay? But that's going to be it for Algebra 1, Unit 3.1 notes. Thanks for watching.